Hey y'all, so this is gonna be audio only. I'm in my beddy trying to get some rest. Okay, so this was on my mind today. Oh, excuse me, this was on my mind today. All right, so the question of the day would be did I ever meet a nice guy online on a dating site? And how did it go? Okay, so I met a nice person, genuine, authentic, seemed to be, really on the ball. This was years ago. Because I quit being on there. It was a complete waste of time. But there were some strange things that were going on with him that I considered dangerous. Okay. Um, I don't know what happened with his wife. I don't know if she passed away or what happened with her. But he was retired. But he's one of those people who always has to have 1,000 balls juggling in the air at the same time. He has project after project after project after project. There's always some major thing he's doing around the house. It's always something. So he's like retired, but not really because he's still working. And when somebody always has to have their cup overflowing, it's so full that it's just everything is rushing out of the cup. Like, what are you running from and what are you doing? Now, these may be passions, you know, hobbies, whatever. But how are you supposed to get to know somebody when you don't even have time for yourself? Okay. How can you get to know somebody? You can't. You know what I'm saying? Because you just can't stop doing what you're doing. You just always have to have something going on. And then this is where it gets weird, okay? He doesn't sleep in his own bed in his bedroom. He sleeps on a pallet on the floor in the living room because street people, drug heads, prostitutes, um, people that have been in trouble with the law, anybody who lives on the quotation marks fringes of society, if they need a place to stay, they are more than welcome in his house. People have gotten unalived by doing stuff like that. Okay? That is a dangerous situation for him to be in, and it's a dangerous situation for a woman to be in who's involved with him. Because looking at it from a logical perspective, how many, you know, how many of those people are good people, haven't broken the law, don't have a propensity towards violence? There's going to be some of that mixed in there somewhere with somebody. So you're rolling the dice every time you do that. You're rolling the dice on your life. So it's just a dangerous thing. I mean, if he wants to do that with his life and he wants to play Russian roulette with his life, that's cool. But, you trying to get involved with the woman and that's just not going to work because now you're pulling her into that weird situation and that's just not going to work well. It's not. So I have thought about him, over the years and whatnot. He doesn't even have time for conversation. I mean, how, it's pretty. What did I tell y'all before? Did I tell y'all that people on dating sites are unavailable emotionally? They are not available. Many of them are married. Many of them are narcissists. Many of them are avoidant personality where they need people, but they avoid them. Okay. I know of a person who had avoidant personality, and he's another one who has to have projects going constantly. He can't take time out to date. He can't take time out to go to the movies. He can't take time out to do nothing because he has self-inflicted projects going on. in addition to 2 jobs. How he's kidding himself if he thinks he's going to really date somebody. She going to go to your job and watch you work? I mean, you can come on, man. And then when you're not at work, you got like all these projects going at your house. Like you always got to have something going on. Like it's almost like the person is running from something. Like what are you running from? You don't want to spend quality time with yourself by yourself. What is up with that? Do you not want to hear your own thoughts? What's going on? Why can't you take time to chill? Why can't you have a day where you go to the beach? Why can't you just go to a movie, go to a restaurant, soak up the ambiance of the restaurant, listen to the soft music playing and whatever. You can't enjoy cool things because you immerse yourself in all these quotation marks projects that have to be done. And it just and the projects never end. So even if one list was completed, the person's got another list that they need to complete, and then another list that they create, and it's just a never-ending thing. So it's perfect for people who are avoidant personality, and nobody online is available for anything except for a one night stand or something like that. They're always available for that, regardless of all the projects. Believe me, they got time for that. So I don't know. It's just really weird. But he was nice. He's not facetious. He's not a horn dog. He's not disrespectful. He doesn't say anything stupid or perverted. He doesn't act like that. But again, following suit of the people that are on there, emotionally unavailable. He got all this work going on. Projects, projects, projects. It's just ridiculous. And like I said, he puts his life in jeopardy. People have gotten unalived by opening up their home to the wrong damn person. Sometimes you bend over backwards for the wrong person and you're literally playing Russian roulette with your life. You literally are playing Russian roulette. Everybody who is nice to you is not a good person. I mean, come on. So, yeah, I don't think that he's ever going to be with anyone unless she has her own, unless they're like in a so-called relationship, but she got her life and he got his, and they see each other once a month or something like that. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's just, what are you running from? What are you running from? What is going on? So, like a lot of people that I talked to on there, he did not get on my nerves, but it was just a little puzzling that he is so completely unavailable, and he acts like he's got to get this done by a time frame. You don't work anymore. You're retired. You're supposed to be on your own personal time. So it's just bizarre. It's just really bizarre. You got no business being on a dating site if you cannot date, you know? And there's people that are, like I said, they're taken. I told you this before, that a guy said that he went out with this one woman and they were on the third date, and she said, and I quote, "I like going out with guys when my boyfriend's out of town." Oh, she's getting on my nerves. She's getting on my freaking nerves. Wow, did you really come out your face and say that? But if your boyfriend were to do something like that to you, it would be a major problem, right? If you don't want it done to you, don't do it to somebody else. That's a really simple rule to follow. If you can't do it in front of your partner, you don't need to be doing it. If you don't want them doing it to you, then you don't need to be doing it. That's just the way it is. So anyway, I don't know, for some bizarre reason I thought about him today, and I don't know why. Like periodically I think about what's going on with him, but I guarantee you he's still running. He's still running. You don't need to have projects from the floor to the ceiling. That is a choice. That is a choice. A different scenario would be you have a side hustle and you, like, say for example, those tables they look like they have a river going through them. Those are freaking cool, by the way. Let's say you make those so you can make money on the side. It's just something you do on the side. That's a different story because that's actually a job that has to be done within a time frame. Customer says, I would like it done in, by such and such a time or whatever. That's different. That's a deadline that you need to follow because this person's paying you for a product. But so far as, you know, all these little projects that you got going on, you're putting pressure on yourself to do all that and to have it done by a certain time. And again, what in the hell are you running from? You can't even be alone with yourself. You can't be alone with your own thoughts. So it's just a really bizarre situation. I've come across other people that do that, projects. And to be quite honest, is a turnoff because you don't have time. You don't know how to chill. You don't know how to relax. You don't know how to just sit there and watch a football game or go to a game or I don't know, you can't go horseback riding. You can't fly in a hot air balloon. You can't do squat because you just got too much going on that you have what would the word be? These are things that you have put pressure on yourself to complete. These are all voluntary things that you have chosen to have, like I said, from the floor up to your neck, you have to have projects. Come on, ain't nobody trying to deal with all that. You go do all that, okay? Good luck with that. Have fun with that. Bye bye. It's silly. And so, yeah, that's just the way it goes sometimes. People are bizarre, man. They're just really weird. Just really weird. I mean, he can't even get to know you as a friend, even because friends give each other time. He can't be friends. He cannot date. He cannot have a serious relationship. But like I said, that's everybody online. Everybody online is doing the same thing. Most of them are in serious relationships. I've said this before. Some of them are not straight, but they're perpetrating that they're straight to their family. I'm on a dating site. Look at me. I'm going after, I'm a man going after women. What's the problem? I mean, why are y'all bugging me? I'm dating because they're trying to prove to their family they don't want to get written out of the will or whatever it is. And so, and yes, I've dealt with that too. Went out with a guy who I'm telling you right now, he is no more straight than a $3 bill. He's just not. And that's fine, but you don't need to be perpetrating that you're straight and you're using women to prove to your family and your friends that you're straight. That is not fine. You're not living your own reality, you know. Ugh, I'll tell you, people are so complicated. They make life a lot more complicated than it has to be. So anyway, that's a little short story time for you. Anyway, you guys have a good night. Bye.